Yo, bro, what's good?
I'm good, bro. What you saying?
Not much, man. Just cooling off.
What's your week been saying?
Calm, man. Nothing new, really. Obviously, they're lightening the restrictions slightly and that. Man's back at the gym once a week. Freaking, they're giving us longer domestics. We're allowed our cooking stuff back and that. You get me?
You ain't allowed cooking stuff?
Nah, fam. They took microwaves and George Foreman's and...
I said George Foreman's.
Come on.
You lot are moving bougie over there. I ain't got no George Foreman grill. Is that what taxpayers' money's going on? George Foreman grills? Boy,
man's in a high security jail, bro. They know that they're popping us down for bare other things and that. To get what I'm saying? They know that we can't get what most other jails have. You get me? Most other jails, you know how it is when I'm in other jails anyway. You get me? Man, they're ringing you on the dead blue for 20-minute beep and stuff, but obviously, man's in this high security jail, so they've got to give us some stuff. Obviously, you know, we've got laptops in the cell, phone in the cell, shower in the cell.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's good, though, man. I think it's positive, though. Keep you lot in good spirits and stuff, so.
I guess so. I ain't complaining. I'll play that for free, bro. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll play it for free.
But
yeah, man.
You know what's funny, yeah? Literally, just yesterday, yeah, I was discussing with some of the man, them, like, the discussion we had last week, innit?
Slow down.
Yeah, man, and you know what, yeah, obviously, you know, like, we've had similar talks before, so I never knock it, innit? Like, obviously,
yeah.
like, you weren't trying to cause no offence, I weren't trying to cause no offence, just a difference in perspective, but...
Yeah.
One thing I feel like we didn't really touch on in that conversation, as much as, like, I acknowledge that, you know, at the end of the day, people can definitely come from the roads and flip what they've done and leave unscathed, innit? I do think, yeah, one thing that I think a lot of men on the roads don't realise is there's a lot of men that are making good money legitimately, innit?
A lot of men?
Well, obviously, it's all about perspective, and I think that's one of the things that's not considered. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like our opinion of what's successful is tainted by the rollies and the this and that, because...
Bro, 1 sec, yeah. It's not, I don't think you understand what man's saying. I know there's a lot of people out there making good money from work, but I'm talking about a lot of men that come from the same place man come from. That's a whole nother discussion. Of course, there's a lot of successful business owners and a lot of successful people that work in legit jobs and that, but they don't come from where man come from, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I hear that, and I think that's what the problem is. It's like, our perception, yeah, because we've grown up, obviously we're black, we're from the ends and that. Our role models, yeah, we don't have many role models that are like your normal standard family unit. Dad goes to work in the city, comes home, shares the information, has colleagues that can share information, help us get jobs, blah, blah, blah. So we look elsewhere, and although it's cliches, the people we tend to look up to is the rappers or former rappers like Jay-Z, used to be a trapper, become a successful businessman, or man that are rappers or sportsmen. We don't have many. So our opinion of what is success is tainted, because we feel like if you ain't got a Wraith and a Rollie, you're not doing enough. But believe it or not, you can live very comfortably on a 6-figure salary. And obviously, I know what you're gonna say. Not everyone's on a 6-figure salary. But that's just life in general. Everyone has to work hard to get there, and it's very attainable by applying yourself. You get me?
Yeah, but bro, you're forgetting that? Alright, cool. Everyone has to work hard to get there, but sometimes society just won't allow you to get there. Obviously, yeah, there's going to be an odd few that cut through. Same way with the music, same way with the sports. There's going to be an odd few men that cut through. But especially talking about this, obviously, this is much wider than them specific niche things. But obviously, like, me saying that most of us won't be able to cut through is in the sense that we get targeted, bro. Do you get what I'm saying now? We're targeted. We walk around with an arrow on our backs. Do you know what I'm saying? Man was getting stopped before man was on the roads. Man was getting blackballed by teachers before man was the person that I decided to be or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? So, obviously, especially as a youth, man, when you're getting oppressed from all these different angles and that, your chances are slimmer. Do you get what I'm saying? You feel like you have less options. you get what I'm saying? Unless society changes, then it's going to be hard for the man them to change, innit?
You see, yeah. I remember in that conversation, obviously, you were saying that, like, jumping on the roads ain't the easy way out because you're up early, you're doing this, that, the pressure's this, that. 100. I ain't gonna front. That's straight facts. It's not anyone who thinks that trapping because of the luxurious side is easy. We know it's not.
They're insane. But every time you step out and turn on your phone, you're risking your life. You know what I'm saying? Literally risking your life, risking your freedom, risking your life, everything. You're risking everything, innit?
But you know what, yeah, but hold that thought, yeah. Because what I would still say is, at the end of the day, when you come from like our type of environment, whatever, at the end of the day, any moment from when I'm a teenager, I can easily step into the life that you decided to step into. Do you get me? Because it was like, if I don't feel comfortable...
Say that last little bit again, because it's slightly cut out, but go on.
I'm saying, like, I could easily step into the life, from when I was a teenager, I could easily step into the life just as you did. Because them type of influences, whether it's older people around me doing the same issue on, that's trapping, doing this and that, money around me illegitimately, I could have stepped out and got involved in them things. You could argue, maybe you didn't have the heart or this or that. But believe it or not, when you're growing up, yeah, and you're a young boy and you're seeing the only people around you with peas are the ones that are hustling, it takes a lot of like resilience to say, you know what, yeah, them man have all the nice whips and the this and the that, and they get the girls and that, and they got the nice garms, but I'm actually going to wait a further 10 plus years, 10, 15 years to get what certain man were doing when man was 18 years old.
Be real with me now, bro, yeah? Is it really that? Like, is that the real reason why you didn't jump on the road? Because I think you even touched on it on yourself. You're my guy, innit? Blood in, blood out, regardless, you're my guy, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Man ain't trying to belittle your thing in any way, shape or form. Man's just trying to state facts, innit? Like, no, it's not for everyone, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Realistically, obviously, I don't want to say you're born in a certain way or whatever, innit? But it's not everyone that can jump on the roads, and most people don't jump on the roads not because they're making a smart decision. Like, I mean, not because they're not making a smart. Like, most people don't jump on the roads not because they're making a smart decision to wait and get a legit job and It's because it's scary, fam.
I hear that, yeah. I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, but there's levels to everything. There's the man, I'm saying, but you know there's levels to everything.
Your phone's cutting out, you know, I think your signal's bad, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, slightly, go on.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's levels to everything. So there's the man that's going to take the risk to hit the top of the drug game, be moving bricks on bricks and doing this and that, banging his gun, doing whatever he needs to do. Who's thinking, I'm going to make M's of this, I'm committed 2 foot deep. Then there's the man that's beneath that who thinks, you know what, I'm not going to get into the hard food or the white. I'm just going to move crow, make a certain amount of racks and just do that because I don't want to work. Do you get me? I don't want to do 9 to 5. Yeah. And then you could even go to the complete opposite end where it's like, you know what, not belittling it or saying that it takes less heart, but I'm going to do fraud. Do you get me? I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get technologically savvy.
By the way, it does take less heart.
Fam, that's for you to debate with someone else. I'm not even on that. You get me? I'm only staking my claim.
You know, I just said it as a passing comment, innit? But 100% it does, innit? You sit in your yard on a computer. It's not the same as you out here licking cats that are going to line you up. It's not the same as you out here licking men that are going to be onto you. It's not the same as you know what I'm saying, having a group of friends and you men are at war with others. It's not the same, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Cool, yeah, F-man, they man do their thing. Man's got bridgings out, F-boys or whatever. You man do your thing. You man are taking your own ever so slight risk or whatever. But this is not the same, innit?
Yeah, that's fine, innit? I was just trying to stay on topic because I'm not really trying to talk about an ex-man. I'm only talking about from my perspective. Because some other F guys might come true, and although I have the same perception as you, they might say, I don't know, man. They might say it's scary when you walk into Barclays or some shit. I don't know, man. Get me? It's not for me.
Cool, I get that. Today, I'm not even trying to knock their grind, innit? Because I fully respect. Obviously, that's what they're doing, innit? Cool, whatever, innit? I don't even want to talk on that because that's not me, innit? You know what I'm saying? The kind of squares I see, they're not cards, innit? But obviously, yeah, cool, I get that. But obviously, just because obviously you brought it down, and that's another thing that kind of annoys man as well. Like, F guys are not road guys, innit? It's not the same, innit? Do you know what I mean? But obviously, yeah, cool. They're not working. It's illegitimate.
But they take the same. They don't take all the same risks, but they're risking the same similar type of thing in terms of riding time and man trying to line them up. It's a similar. Like, I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm just trying to say. But that is my point, though. If you can't tell me, you can say, okay, you ain't got the heart to risk the cats lining you and this and that. Valid. I ain't got the heart. You get me? Like, it's alright. Like, I'm gonna sit in my office chair, look at my 2 screens, call it a day. Man, but what I will say is, you can't say that. Like, I couldn't have committed to banging F. Like, I know I got the heart for that, or something on a lower level. Or I couldn't have dabbled easier.
You personally, you just got a good moral compass, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, fully. Do you get what I'm saying? I like to sometimes believe I do ever so slightly, but really and truly, the facts of it are, I'm really out here willing to risk it. You know, let's say now, am I literally willing to risk it? Do you know what I'm saying? For more than a biscuit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, but obviously, like, so I don't know what that says about my moral compass, innit? Because even me, my moral compass, sometimes when I think about it too deeply, it starts to frustrate, man. Innit? But at the end of the day, I just see it as, bro, man's not letting this world wrap man up and leave man in some effed up situation, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Things have happened in my life for whatever reasons they have gone that way, but man's not leaving it down to that. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, back to what you were saying about obviously risk taking and that, and obviously why people end up jumping on the roads and whatnot. Like, obviously, especially when you're young as well, some people make it as a light decision and they end up regretting it, whatever. Cool. Most people probably have a day or two in their life, or probably more, in it, at least a day or two, I'm saying, where they do regret it. But at the end of the day, it comes down to man's in this situation that I haven't put myself in, and I'm not willing to play with the cards that I've been dealt. Do you know what I'm saying? The house always wins. But
this is why I like to bring it full circle. This is what I was saying, though. You were dealt, obviously, the scales to everything. I'm not trying to say that at the end of the day my family was starving or nothing like that. I'm not trying to come from that perspective. But what I'm saying is, in terms of like our environment, growing up down the road from one another, like, so the way I'm seeing it is that the same way that there's certain man that they might have been getting robbed, or there might have been a gang of man outside their house every day and they're intimidated when they're walking home because they're not trying to be pally with their man, or the fact that they're out and they know like the things what the youth who's already got all the money, who's flossing from when you're young, giving an unrealistic expectation for what a man should have at the age of 15. You should be able to spend racks of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, them man there, like, who decide to make that decision, like, I'm not going to get involved for whatever reason, that man still needs to get applauded, fam, because, like I'm saying, so even though it is down to heart as well, there's also certain man that we know full well never had the heart for the roads, but they put themselves on the roads because they were like, I want to be cool too. Or even furthermore, them same people were scared.
I don't want you to ever think that man's trying to take anything away from you or anyone else that made the decision to not jump on the roads. Kudos, 100 million%. Do you get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, being on the roads, it's not no light decision that a man makes, number one. And number two, it's like, obviously, not that man should be applauded for being on the roads, like, but it's like, for a bit of respect to it, innit? Like, me personally, that's what man's saying, and I'm okay, I'll say it in my chest, innit? Like, I know it might sound mad to certain people, and that, like, why the hell would man throw a bit of respect on people that are out here doing all of the things that man's doing? But most people don't understand, innit? And things will never change until you start to understand, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, unless you understand the group of people and the reasons why they make certain decisions and, like, what leads them into doing it, how are you supposed to help them or help them change? You get what I'm saying? So, obviously, it's like, it's hard. You know, I'm probably not trying to just strictly glorify it, innit? But man is trying to show, man, like, don't get me wrong, like, I made that decision with my chest, and I will own it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's my life, and I made that decision. Yeah, cool. Some people might say it was the wrong decision, or whatever. But at the end of the day, one thing I know, like I said last time, is I'm not on certain things. I'm not on this constantly being indebted or having to ask man non-stop. Like, I know you're going to probably say, oh yeah, man went to, like, man's in jail or a man has to ask for this and that. But that's parts of man's life. Like, it's techie, innit? It's techie, innit, car? Obviously, there's people growing up right now that are probably, like, making the same decisions man made. And I'll probably tell them that they shouldn't. Do you get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's not for everyone, innit? If you can be that person that's steady and work and calm. But I think we're all born with different ways of being, different characteristics, innit? Me personally, I can't. It's not in my nature. It's fully just not in my nature to be, like, told told I'm under someone, do you know what I mean? Someone's man's boss, or, like, it's just not for man, innit? Man's willing to take that risk to make it happen, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, it's mad, innit? It's mad, innit? Like,
No, I get you, because believe it or not, this is what I'm saying. Don't think that everyone who walks through them office doors feels the same, though. Like, in terms of the same as each other. So that man walk in that office and they're like, yeah, like, I might be on a high-paying job, but I have to commit 12 hours of my day to this place, and yeah, I'm happy with that because I've got a good social life with my colleagues, I've got good money, my family's financially stable, and I've achieved everything that I've been told a successful life is as I was growing up. Do you know what I'm saying? But then there's other people like myself, personally, that regardless, yeah, like you said, I get frustrated by being regimented and having to go to the same place and the repetition of it all. So I know personally, like, my ambitions lie in something more entrepreneurial, something where I still can dictate for myself. But then one thing, though, you have to realise is that even with that being said, not having to work for someone, don't think that's easier, once again, because it's like, at the end of the day, if you work a 9 to 5, you know at the end of the month, I'm going to get X amount of money as long as I've worked the time. Every single month, routine, structure. Whereas if you're entrepreneurial or something, you're throwing your bread at something that you have no guarantee you're going to get back. You might do that for years and never see nothing. You might end up actually in poverty more so. So it's like, everything's just broad, innit? Like, you just have to know you just have to do what works for you, but also be wise of it. Because same way, not everyone who ends up on the road has the minerals to make M's off the trap. The same way, not everyone who is trying to be lich is going to run a successful business. Maybe certain man who are throwing racks at this business that's not turning over a dime need to just call it a day and pack it up and be like, you know what?
100.
Let me just work and get my work up and get my 50k.
One thing I will say is the roads is not for everyone. Out here, people do die, people do get lifed off, people do get birded and end up being in some mad situations whilst they're in jail. People lose their families due to this stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? That it's real, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? So man's not out here for a second telling man, yo, like, yeah, just jump on the road, it's easy, da 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 da. You get me? But I'm just saying, in my perspective, from the way I've done things, and do you get what I'm saying? Obviously, at the same time, it comes down to a little bit ego where man's just like, I'm not out here trying to regret anything, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no regrets for real, innit? That it's real like that, innit? Like, obviously, man's owning the decisions that I've made, and at the end of the day, it's like those who didn't decide to make that decision. I'm not saying they were dumb for it or they should have jumped on the roads or they're slaves or this and that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't for me, innit? You know what I'm saying? Bro, we went to school together. You see how man was at school, innit? That I don't even like teachers telling me a odd thing here and there, let alone, do you know what I'm saying, working for someone non-stop, and it's not me, man.
And that's fair enough, innit? It is where it is, but, you know, the key now, come on, you gotta find a way to make it work, bro, without going back. That's just
100. You know the thing, man's lich anyway, man.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Trust me. But yeah, listen, my guy, the phone just double beep though, innit?
Yeah. Same out, man. Chat to you again soon.
100. I'm definitely gonna hit you up soon, innit?
Yeah, same out.
Come on, love, man.